Ray. What do you want to do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The most important ingredient of a vision is imagination. So that's where it all starts. You know, Albert Einstein used to say, information without imagination is just dead. I mean, so imagination is that core capability of the human mind in correlation with your human spirit to imagine something that you wish to be. Imagine a thing to be, then set about to make it so, is what Albert Einstein said. So it's that imagination part which is the most human part of our capabilities that is the first ingredient towards coming up with a vision or anything else you want to do in life. And the great thing about imagination is that everything you can imagine is possible. So is everything you can't. So the mere act of imagining it, doesn't matter if you're a kid or a teenager or somebody in their young adult or somebody in midlife or whatever, the imagination is what sets you apart from everything else in the universe, because your imagination by definition is creating something that doesn't exist in your mind. Walt Disney, you know, had a great imagination and created an entire culture around characters and cartoons and that had characteristics that nobody had ever thought of before. And his teachers would tell him in art class, flowers don't have faces. And he would say, well, mine do, because he had an imagination. When people imagine what the world could be like, that's the first precedent to setting about a new world that you can create and participate in. So imagination begins when you're very young. You know, and my memories of the things that I imagined when I was in grade school, in high school, I still remember those imaginations because I'm still doing them. They haven't changed. And you know, in my particular instance, my fascination with space was always with me. I always imagined spaceships and extraterrestrial intelligences connecting with us in some way, whether it be UFOs or communications. Definitely flying through space on spaceships and exploring other planets. Those things were all great to me, and I imagined what it would be like, what an incredible world it would be if these things happened. So I find myself now really just executing on those things I imagined as a kid. You know, I had no idea it would take building institutions and universities and companies at that time, but I'm still driven by those first imaginings I had as a young person. So the imagination is really the fountain of creativity of humanity, and it's yours because it's in here. You own it. It's the imagery that comes into your mind of things that can be, and what you need to learn to do is how to turn those best images, the things that your imagination says are really important, to turn those things into reality. Imagination turns into a vision, turns into reality through your action. But it all starts with imagination.